When does Ginny Francis, Laura, return to General Hospital? October 4, 2024, General Hospital's Laura is finally coming home. Here's when. For many longtime fans, Ginny Francis is the face of General Hospital. And while none of us begrudge the actress her time off, we can't help but miss her grounding presence, not to mention that of her alter ego, Laura. That's been especially true as much of the Port Charles action has revolved around Laura's daughter, Lulu, and the fight to save her life. This week saw Jonathan Jackson's lucky return to Port Charles, but we couldn't help thinking, Laura needs to be here for this. Storyline-wise, Mayor Collins and her hubby, Kevin, have been off looking for Lucky, unaware that he'd been located and brought home by Jason and Anna. Fortunately, it seems someone will finally be able to contact the globetrotting pair, because Francis and Laura return next week. According to Soap Opera Digest, we should mark our calendars for Wednesday, October 9. It's also reported that some of Francis' first scenes are with Jackson, and that they'll take place at a critical point in the Lulu story. What's not known is exactly when Alexa Havens, who has been cast in the role of soon-to-awaken Lulu, will make her first appearance. More, what do you need to know about the new Lulu? We're not the only ones thrilled to have Francis back. Just before his return to the canvas, Jackson admitted to TV Insider that working with his TV mom again was a big personal incentive to come back, because I always kind of felt like I missed out on working with her as an adult. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have some big news today for all of you longtime General Hospital fans. The legendary Ginny Francis, aka Laura Spencer, is officially returning to General Hospital next week, and I know we've all been waiting for this moment. Let's break down when she's coming back, what's happening in the storyline, and why her return is such a big deal. Stick around because this is going to be good. Section 1. Ginny Francis return date. With enthusiasm. Okay, first things first, mark your calendars for Wednesday, October 9, 2024, because that's when Ginny Francis will finally return to our screens. It's been quite a while since we've seen Laura in action, and General Hospital fans have been waiting for this moment with bated breath. Ginny Francis has been taking some much-deserved time off, and while we love that for her, we definitely miss the grounding presence she brings to the show, especially given everything that's been happening in Port Charles lately. And what a time to come back. Section 2. The importance of Laura's return. More serious tone to emphasize emotional impact. As many of you know, a huge part of the current General Hospital storyline revolves around Laura's daughter, Lulu. Lulu's been in a coma for what feels like forever, and there's finally some movement in that story. Recently, we saw Jonathan Jackson return as Lucky, and that was a big moment for fans. But let's be real, we were all thinking, where's Laura? Laura's been off with her husband, Kevin, on a mission to find Lucky, not knowing that he's already been brought back to Port Charles by Jason and Anna. So, her return couldn't come at a more crucial time in the story. It sounds like someone will finally get in touch with her and Kevin, and we'll get to see them back in Port Charles, right where they belong. Section 3. Ginny's first scenes with Lucky. Excited tone. Now, if you're as big a fan of Laura and Lucky's relationship as I am, you're going to love this next part. According to Soap Opera Digest, some of Ginny's first scenes back will be with none other than Jonathan Jackson, her on-screen son Lucky. Can you imagine how emotional those scenes are going to be? Especially with everything that's been happening with Lulu. We're expecting some real tearjerker moments, and I am here for it. Section 4. What's next for Lulu? Speculative tone. Now, speaking of Lulu, there's another big mystery we're all curious about. When is she going to wake up? Alexa Havens has been cast as the new Lulu, but we don't yet know when she'll officially make her debut. All we know for sure is that her character is on the brink of waking up, and it's going to happen soon. With Laura back in Port Charles, you can bet her presence will play a huge role in Lulu's awakening, and it's going to be one of the most anticipated moments of the year for General Hospital fans. Section 5. The emotional weight of Laura's return. Reflective tone. Ginny Francis as Laura has been the heart and soul of General Hospital for decades. From her iconic romance with Luke Spencer to her battles with Helena Cassadine and her journey as the strong, resilient mayor of Port Charles, Laura has seen it all. Her return isn't just about being there for Lulu or Lucky. It's about recentering the show with her experience, her wisdom, and her legacy. Jonathan Jackson even said in a recent interview that one of the big incentives for him to return was getting the chance to work with Ginny Francis again as an adult. He mentioned how much he missed out on that opportunity, and now fans will get to see these two powerhouse actors share the screen again. Section 6. What does Laura's return mean for the future? Intrigued, forward-looking tone. Now let's talk about what Laura's return means for the future of General Hospital. With Lulu's impending return and Lucky back in town, we could be looking at a Spencer family reunion of epic proportions. And of course, there's still the question of how Laura will handle the chaos that's been happening in Port Charles during her absence. Between dealing with the Cassadines, her role as mayor, and her children's lives in shambles, there's no doubt that Laura's going to have a lot on her plate. But if there's anyone who can handle all of this, it's Laura Spencer Collins.